Hello, Kavitha. How are you? I'm so sorry I'm not going to be on camera for this reading. I'm just not feeling that well right now, so I prefer to do the reading this way. I hope you don't mind. But let's get into it before you head out on your trip. All right, so I have meditated and I have cleared my energies for this reading. Our first question for Kavitha: how will her trip go? Let's take a look at these cards. Some shuffling here. How will Kavitha's trip go? Overall feeling of how her trip is going to go. Overall energy for how Kavitha's trip is going to go. So we have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Four of Cups. Just going to grab some feelings. How will Kavitha's trip go? How will Kavitha's trip go? How will Kavitha feel after going on her trip? Interesting. Okay, so the current energy that's coming up for you right now, Kavitha, sorry, I'll just try and arrange these better for you so that you can see them. So the two cards that we pulled, the two tarot cards that we pulled, were the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Four of Cups. And so the Knight of Swords in the upright is usually about direct, swift, to the point action. And so in the reverse, it can be a slower energy. So we asked, how will your trip go? And that was the overall energy, that it will be a little bit slow feeling. I'm not sure if that has to, generally knights, because he's on a horse and he's traveling, they do represent, they can represent travel. So I'm assuming that's just, that's the overall feeling that you're going to get on this trip, that everything is just taking a little bit longer than expected. But again, that is just the current energy right now. Things can shift. So we also have here the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a card of boredom, and it's so interesting here because we actually have the card bored for when asking how you would be feeling on this trip. So I'm not seeing, it seems to me that and then we also have here annoyed as well. So I'm not sure if this is talking about specifically your interactions on your trip, or if it's more about the overall trip experience. We'll get more into it with how you'll be feeling and how this man will be feeling. But that's just what I'm getting for the overall energy of how your trip is going to go. It's not necessarily bad, but at the same time, there's just a presence of dissatisfaction and kind of stagnation when it comes to the energy surrounding your trip. And that could be talking about the travel. It could be talking about your interactions while on this trip. But again, that was just the general energy that was coming up. So it definitely, these cards are definitely mirroring each other. So there's, a strong energy of, I'm trying to understand more how this translates into our third dimensional physical reality. So please let me know if these energies are present on your trip, and let me know how they are present to you, because it would just make everything so much easier for me. I don't normally do travel readings, so I'm very interested to see how this plays out in your life. Again, energies are subject to change, so keep that in mind. But again, yeah, I'm not seeing like a bad energy. I'm just seeing that like again, like the presence of this kind of like a little bit annoyed and bored. So kind of, I'm thinking that may have to do with the actual travel. I'm just getting that feeling, but we'll see. Okay, so let's get further into the reading. All right. Okay, so our next question is, will there be any issues around meeting him? Will Kavitha have any issues surrounding meeting her Capricorn man? Will Kavitha have any issues surrounding meeting them? And I'm not going to take that because I moved. So that wasn't a genuine card flip out. Will Kavitha have any issues around meeting her Capricorn man? Okay. 2 of Cups. It's not looking like it. Will Kavitha have any issues around meeting this man? The Star. I don't really feel like that was supposed to come out reverse. So interesting. Okay, will Kavitha have any issues around meeting this man? 5 of Cups. Any issues around meeting him? Okay. So Kavitha, let's just take a look at the cards that we drew here for you. So I want to just make sure I have them in the proper order. Okay. So I'm just going to get a little clarification on the Queen of Swords here, but I can pretty much see the overall energy of what the meeting is going to be like. It's going to be very good. It's going to be it's going to feel healing to you. We have the 2 of Cups here right next to the Star, and so coming together with him at this time is going to feel very rejuvenating to you. It is going to feel like a vacation, just to be around this man who you have these feelings for is going to feel very good for you. We have the 5 of Cups here, which is signifying sorrow, sadness, regret, loss, and I just feel like that is that's just here because this is a temporary situation. So the awareness that the situation is going to end, like you guys being together in your oasis, that is just why this energy is present here. Again, it's something like, it's a sadder energy. It's when there is love present. So it's not a bad energy at all. I'm seeing this as, yeah. We have a lot of 2s as well. So like the 2 of Cups, and then there's 2 cups in the Star, and then we have Justice here with the balancing of the scales here. So it really feels to me like there's going to be, it's just going to be a very replenishing, rebalancing, recentering experience for you. We have the 6 of Cups here right underneath the 5. There's just all cups. And 2 major arcana. So this is going to be a very, very good trip for you when meeting this man. It's almost as if, yeah, I am going to get further clarification on the Queen of Swords. But I did just want to talk about the other cards here first a little bit. With the 6 of Cups, this is all about, like, this is like a soulmate card, and so is the 2 of Cups, to be honest. It's a relationship card. So it's just, there's this energy here that is very alive. Like there's a very, this is a very like young kind of like true love between you two. That's what I'm feeling here. Like there's a very like pure innocent type of love here that is just truly like, just there's a lot of love between you and this man. I can see it in the cards here. And then with the Star and Justice, it seems as though, again, I just want to, before I talk about anything else, I am going to clarify the Queen of Swords here. Because usually when you have a court card, it represents the presence of a person. So we have, the Hierophant. So, the only issue I'm seeing around meeting him is I'm not even sure in what way. I'm assuming that this is his wife here. The Queen of Swords is being represented here. His wife is being represented as the Queen of Swords in this reading. We clarified that with the Hierophant in reverse, and the Hierophant can represent like traditional values and marriage, and it's in the reverse. So that is how I'm taking that right now. Queen of Swords. Why? Let's ask, why is this energy present when we asked about the meeting? Queen of Pentacles. And you did mention that his wife was an earth sign as well. So that's just a little bit confusing to me as a reader when two court cards come out on top of each other. There's a presence of some other woman here. One is his wife, and then there's another, and I'm not sure if it's being represented as... Now I'm confused, and I apologize, Kavitha. This doesn't normally happen to me in readings. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts and try to make sense of this clarification. Okay. Because the question is, will there be any issues around meeting him? So the only issues that I'm really seeing here is that, like the sorrow of having to leave each other again, and not the impermanence of the situation of meeting up with him. And then the presence of these two women pop up. So I'm wondering if there is another person speaking to him or advising him against this. But again, that's a pure guess. As a tarot reader, I can only see energies, but I don't know exactly how they translate. So what it looks like to me is that, okay, so this is what it is. Yeah, he's going to be feeling guilty. He's going to have, like, his wife is going to be present in his thoughts. That is the only issue around meeting him. That is what this is, yes. Okay. Totally understood that. Sorry about that, Kavitha. So yeah, the only issues that I'm seeing really are, feeling the sadness around having to leave, and then also either his wife may be communicating with him or just heavily in his thoughts at, when he's with you around the first meeting. But again, we did see earlier in the cards that's because he is a he has a conscience, and he feels shameful for being in the situation that he is in. But regardless of that, I see a lot of love for you. Like we said, like this, it's gonna feel very good to be with him again, and him with you. It's gonna feel like it's just right, like things just balance right out. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look now, Kavitha, at his feelings now and later, and your feelings now and later. So let's go ahead and see his feelings now. How is this Capricorn man feeling about Kavitha currently? How is this Capricorn man feeling about Kavitha currently? How is this Capricorn man feeling about Kavitha currently? And towards meeting up with her. How is he feeling? How is he feeling? Okay. These cards are a little bit harder to shuffle, so bear with me here. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So he's pretty confused right now. It's showing here that he's the conflicting energies we have here. So we have lonely. He's feeling lonely and bored. And he's also feeling, it's showing here, annoyed and resentment. Hi, Kavitha. Sorry about that brief pause there. So we were just looking at how he is feeling. So he's definitely feeling confused at this time. Here, sorry, there we go. So he's feeling confused because like I just said, we have bored and lonely. So I think that's like he's feeling in his anticipation to come see you. So I feel like right now he probably can't tell anyone about it. So he does feel alone in the current feelings of but like coming to meet you, and he is feeling a little bit bored, it's showing here too. So that could have something to do with his home life though as well, feeling bored and lonely without you. And then we have annoyed and resentment. So I feel like this I feel like the annoyance is coming and the resentment is coming from again, like we've seen in previous readings with him and his feelings, that he doesn't like sneaking around. It's not something that makes him feel good. So I'm feeling like right now he's feeling a little bit annoyed with the fact that he has to sneak around and harbor all of these confusing feelings, and then a little bit resentful at the same time. It says not letting go here as well. So, and not again. I don't know if that means anything to you, or if he said those words to you, or you felt that energy from him. Let me know if you have. Let's just take a look and see how he will feel when you guys meet up. Okay. How is this Capricorn man going to feel once he meets with Kavitha on their trip? How will he feel once they meet up and be with each other for a while? How will he feel in Kavitha's presence, company on this trip? How is he going to feel? Okay, so we got excited. It says, I'm full of energy, passion, and anticipation for great things. So I think all those negative feelings he's just feeling right now because he is alone and he's not quite remembering. It's almost like when he is in your presence, he remembers how great it is. But when he's not, when you guys are separate, he just forgets a little bit what those feelings are like. Let's see how else he'll feel. How else will this Capricorn man feel when he meets with Kavitha on their vacation? That didn't really pop out. That was me making a mistake there. One sec here. How will this man feel towards Kavitha. We have satisfied, pleased with myself, I smile inwardly. So you're excited and satisfied. Those are great cards to get for how he'll be feeling when he's with you. This also wanted to pop out too. We have shame. Because again, we do know this about him already, that he is susceptible to those types of feelings. And of course in this situation, that would make sense. Remember, we already established that he has a conscience. But again, still satisfied and excited with you. How else will he be feeling with Kavitha? How else will this Capricorn man be feeling with Kavitha? Relax. Free from strain and tension. Well, those are great cards. Aside from the shame here. Satisfied, relaxed, excited. That's great. Let's see if any other feelings want to pop out. How will this man be feeling deep in his heart space for Kavitha during their time together? What will the energy surrounding him and her look like? What does that energy look like? So we have some regret popping up here as well. Regret. Let's see what this regret is about. Let's ask Tarot. Let's go into it. Because we see, that's the thing, like we can take a look and see what these energies are, but if we don't get to the root of it, then that's where the understanding comes from anyways, is getting to the root of things. And that's why tarot can be such a useful tool. Alrighty, so I'm gonna grab these cards to clarify regret. Why is this Capricorn man feeling regretful? Why would this Capricorn man be feeling regretful? Yeah. So you have the Knight of Rods, the Seven of Cups, Justice in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. This makes perfect sense. So we have the Knight of Rods here, and the Knight of Rods is our classic player energy. He feels shameful and he regrets the energy that he's coming towards you in, this kind of player energy. And so when I say player, what I really mean is that this like kind of in and out feeling. It doesn't feel good to him to kind of come in passionately and then leave. There's just obviously that there are elements to that energy that are exciting and like we have right here, exciting and satisfying and relaxing. But at the same time, he knows that like a knight, he's not really a knight. We've seen this before. He's more of an older man. He's a king. So it's just showing here that it's more of like a younger type energy, that is why he's feeling this way. Then we have the Seven of Cups, which represents emotional confusion and multiple choices, emotional fulfilling choices. So that again is just showing them in this third party situation. That's why these just lesser emotions are coming up, like regret and shame. Then we have Justice in reverse. So he feels badly, he feels unjust really about the situation. So again, that would make sense. Four of Cups in reverse, again, that is a it's like, so in the upright, the Four of Cups is it's a rejection of an offer. And so in the reverse, it's as if he doesn't want to let this opportunity go, but he has to. That's kind of how it feels. It's not like he sees it in this deck too. It's interesting. This man is looking and he sees what's being offered to him, but he can't reach out and grab it. And so in the reverse, it's more talking about the situation with you, this more fulfilling emotional connection. He's just unable to attain it right now. And then we have this Ace of Cups, which is what he wants, right? Like this is so funny because this is what he's wanting and looking, and that this is this cup, this Ace of Cups, this new beautiful union with you. I love how poetic the tarot cards are sometimes when they, because it all is just pictures and energies, right? So yeah, it's definitely, he's just feeling, the only negative feelings that are coming up are surrounding the third party kind of situation, and the and his morals just kind of getting in the way, and not feeling like he's doing right by you or his wife in the situation. But again, just going where he feels emotionally fulfilled, which is clearly with you. So let's take a look at how he'll be feeling after the meeting. How will this Capricorn man be feeling after his meeting with Kavitha, after his vacation with Kavitha? How will this man be feeling? How will this man be feeling towards Kavitha after their meeting? Oh. Clearly he's going to have a mix of emotions because these cards are trying to fumble out here, which is, as we've seen, quite typical of this Capricorn man. Alright, let's see. How will this man be feeling after his interaction with Kavitha? I do apologize if it does take a while to shuffle these cards, but they usually give pretty straightforward messages. We're excited again. And I shuffled hard. I think you're just going to renew some kind of, being with you is going to replenish his energy and passion for life. That's how I'm feeling. Like this will be a very good vacation for him emotionally. And we have confident. You're going to be able to, I feel like he's going to feel a lot better about himself after being with you. It says, I am who I am, comfortable in my own skin. So with that, yeah, I think being with you just kind of renews him and makes him feel like more himself. We also have resentment. Not exactly, okay, what else do we have here? And satisfied. Okay. Again, conflicting energies with this Capricorn man. So we have excited, confident, satisfied, and resentment. So let's just get one more, and then we'll ask the cards why that is. Oh. Strong, stressed, positive, and sorry. Okay. So this is a lot of different energies here. So let's start here. We already said he'll be feeling excited, and we have confident, satisfied. So I'm just going to separate all of the good and the bad. So for his feelings about how he's going to be feeling after, like I said, I feel like he's going to come away from this vacation with you feeling satisfied, a little bit lighter, confident in himself, feeling a bit more positive. We have a lot of I am statements. I am pleased with myself. So yeah, he's going to be feeling good about himself. And then what is interesting here is we have strong in words, strong in action. I'm going to take a little bit more of a look into, because I understand these positive feelings. They make sense from just being with you with this union. Because remember, we have the 2 of Cups up here, the 6 of Cups. It's just going to be a very sweet, loving kind of interaction that you guys will have on this vacation. But I am going to be taking a little bit of a closer look into these. We already had resentment and stressed. I have a feeling that if in this interaction you are planning to tell him that you are wanting to separate from your husband, or if you discuss those things with him, I just have a feeling that it will bring up some stress within him. Or if there's just any conversation about what is to come next, I feel as though that is why when these energies will come forward, or if it's in his mental energy, like if he's been thinking about, if you guys have a conversation and then later he's thinking about what's next, that's when I think the stress and the resentment is going to come in. And then strong is just where I'm getting a little caught up to, and I would like to know if he's sorry to you, or if he's sorry, why he's sorry, and where that is directed. And then strong in words and action. So let's take a look. Okay, so why is strong in words and actions coming up in this Capricorn man's energy after he meets with Kavitha? Okay, we have the Page of Cups, which is like an apology. And we have sorry right there. So that's okay. Is he sorry towards Kavitha? Who's he sorry? Why is he sorry? Temperance. We have these 2 cups, the alchemizing of these cups. There's some healing going on here. What is this? What are these emotions about? Ooh. Yeah, the 4 of Cups came in again. He's just going to be very regretful and like feeling very apologetic about maybe not feeling ready to embark on this journey with you quite yet. That's what it's looking like to me. Like he clearly gets a lot of happiness and joy from being with you, and I think that it also, the shadow side is that because he's not ready to take these steps with you in like a permanent kind of marriage type setting, there's strong feelings of feeling bad and guilty about that too, because he does have genuine feelings for you. It's looking like. Okay, so let's just take a look at your feelings. Because every time I do readings on him, I get very confused, and it's because I can tell he's very confused. But your energy is a bit more clearer to me. So let's take a look and see how Kavitha will be feeling. You already know how you're feeling now. Let's take a look at how you'll be feeling when you meet with him. How will Kavitha be feeling when she meets with this Capricorn man? How will the meeting make Kavitha feel? This one wanted to pop out. Brave. I can and I will. That seems like you, I'd say. How will she be feeling when she meets up with this man, her Capricorn man? How will she be feeling? So we had love and acceptance. I take life as it comes. There are some things you just can't change. And then love is everything, the key to life, the color of my heart. I can and I will. Wow. Wow. I love your energy. Always have. Brave, love, and acceptance. And then on the bottom, we even have joy. Open your heart to joy and your life will change forever. Wow. So yeah, when you meet up with him, it's going to be all good feelings for you. 100%. The only like meh is this brave one, but that could have been like fear or anything else. But no, you will be coming at the situation with an energy of sure, there are things to be nervous about, but I'm accepting it and with love, and it's going to bring me joy, and it will. It absolutely will. Let's see how you'll be how you'll be feeling after. How will Kavitha be feeling after she meets with her Capricorn man? How will she be feeling after? How will Kavitha be feeling after she meets with this Capricorn man? How will Kavitha be feeling after she leaves her Capricorn man? Ooh. Okay, so we have disappointed and frustrated. I have a feeling that there's going to be some kind of conversation that happens that will leave you feeling these things. So we have right here disappointed. I expected more. Frustration has turned me from a normally peaceful, loving person into an irrational, angry one. Okay, so why? Let's take a look and ask why. I'm gonna grab these cards. Why will Kavitha be feeling this way after she meets with her Capricorn man? Why will Kavitha be feeling frustrated and disappointed? Why will Kavitha be feeling this way? Why will Kavitha be feeling this way? Ooh. So we have forgiveness, rejection, and passion. And then we had confusion as well. I'm going to put these in the... Here, so I'm just going to get this more organized here for us, Kavitha. Okay. I want you to be able to see these because I feel like this is important for you. This is why we get readings, so we know what's coming and what we can do. So we're not blindsided. Okay. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Sorry about the glare. All right. So, why? Why will Kavitha be feeling frustrated and disappointed after her encounter with her Capricorn man? Why are these feelings present? What actions will transpire? Will there be a conversation? What will it be that makes her so upset? Okay. Wow. Two of Cups again. Okay, I totally understand. So you're going to feel frustrated and disappointed because this clearly there is energy here that could foster a committed, loving relationship. It's completely clear. Like there's energy on your side and his side. Like there's love on both sides. And I'm feeling though. Did you see before he showed up as the Knight of Wands? So he's showing up now as the Page of Wands. So he's going back again. you are going to be frustrated and disappointed with him for not being able to move forward and progress in the same way that you are and start this new passionate beginning together. It's in reverse. And the Hierophant, this in reverse, also is just means non-commitment, like not making a commitment. You're going to be very disappointed and frustrated with this man for not being able to, that's what I believe he's going to tell you, is that, like, even though everything is so great at this time, he's not seeing that he can make the moves necessary to bring you guys together in a committed relationship. We have here underneath, I'll talk about these cards up here too because they are very important, but we have forgiveness, confusion, passion, and rejection. So, and all, like, this is all passion. Like, there's so many wands in this reading and cups, it's ridiculous. So there's clearly a lot of passion and confusion regarding your situation, and it's felt on both sides. There is a certain amount of forgiveness, though, that you are going to have to embrace, I'm feeling, in this situation, just because you clearly do have these loving feelings for this man, and even though his immature energy is making you feel frustrated and disappointed, you can't do any, like, you still have these feelings for him. You can't override them, and so that's why there will be this element of you learning how to forgive him for not being ready. And you see here, like, it's just he's a young boy in this picture. I don't know if you can see it. There's a young boy, so he's just not the divine masculine that you're looking for right now. He's not the man. He's not coming at you with that energy. And so in a way, even though you will feel frustrated and disappointed, there will be an element, because you care about this man and because he is of value to you, and he is showing up in this page energy, you will have a certain amount of feeling forgiving him anyways, or taking pity on him in a way, because he's just not strong enough right now. Like, he's showing up in this page energy, and a page is no good for a queen, unfortunately. And up here, we also have the 9 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. So the 9 of Pentacles, this is going to be representing you. Usually the 9 of Pentacles is a woman in a garden, in a very lush garden with beautiful clothing on, enjoying her beautiful crop. And so this represents being like a single, like having all of your ducks in a row, like being self-sufficient, being beautiful and healthy, and all of those things. It's just, this is you being single and happy. And I know you're not single at this point in time, but that's the energy that you're showing up in. And so we also have the 8 of Cups here, which is it is a moving away from all that you have built with someone. So like 8 of Cups, it's not quite 9 of Cups, it's not quite 10 of Cups, but it's still a substantial amount of cups. And in the traditional tarot, it shows a man walking away from these 8 cups, taking a longer journey roundabout, just walking away from the progress that has been made. So I can see you, Kavitha, in this energy after this frustration and disappointment. I can see you in the energy of wanting to walk away because he's not coming at you with the proper energy that you need for this relationship to progress anymore. And if it cannot progress anymore, there's nothing else, there's no more room for it to grow. And so that's where your frustration and disappointment comes from, because there is this 2 of Cups potential here. Like, you know, it could be a happy, stable, good, loving union. But unfortunately, this man is not quite yet there, and we've seen that in previous readings as well, that the potential is there for him to get there, and that it is a probable possibility that he will come back towards you. It's just currently at this time, he's not showing up in the correct energy that we would want him to. And yeah, just so much passion there is being wasted. It feels like there's so much potential and love and attraction there, and it's just being wasted because this man is still in his head, and he's not quite ready to move yet. Things aren't quite there yet in his life journey. And then we have the Three of Wands here, which represents looking out into the future and planning for your future. And that is what you are doing right now, Kavitha. You are looking out into the future and trying to plan, and you're looking at the state of whatever conversation that is had between you two, or just the general feeling that you are left with after being with this man. It is going to leave you feeling, like we said here, frustrated, disappointed, and looking to your future, not quite sure as to where you're going, because you wanted it to include this man, but it is looking like you will have to be on your own for a while. And it is such a shame because this energy is present here. And usually though, when energy is present, it doesn't leave. If it can't grow at this time, you go off, do your own thing, and you create new avenues for it to find you once again. So I believe that that is what will happen in this situation. I will pull a few more cards here, but this is just what it's looking like for the outcome, Kavitha. So I am seeing that, like, when your time spent together will be very satisfying and loving, and it'll be a very good first little bit, but then leaving, you won't feel like you have the answers or the stability that you were looking for. It really will just be more of like a happy, free, carefree vacation. And I do feel that if you come at it with that energy, you won't feel as disappointed or as frustrated with this situation, which I do advise. But I mean, everything will play out the way it is meant to be. It is I'm very happy that you reached out to me before this, because you were sensing that there were going to be a few emotional hiccups here and there, and you were correct. It's nothing that you can't handle, obviously. It's just very disappointing. I'm disappointed for you as well, because I know how frustrating it can be to see the potential and see the value in a certain situation, and then be willing to take the steps necessary to get there, and then the other person is not. It's very disheartening, and I just want you to be prepared for those types of feelings. But again, these are just current energies as they are right now. This could all completely change, so like when you meet him. It is better that we did it closer to your time going, though, because it will be more accurate the closer that we do it too. So let's get some final closing cards for the outcome. All right. What will be the outcome of this trip? So we got Death. This one wanted to pop out and all the rest are going back. There's too many. Okay. I'm feeling like you're... Okay. Let's see. So we have 3 major arcana and then 2 pentacles. So the Magician in reverse, this is talking about it's almost like a lack of planning. Not even like a lack of planning, it's more like a lack of understanding. And we have it right next to the Death card in reverse here. This ending is being avoided by you and this person. Neither of you want to make it happen. It is a little bit inevitable that there will be a change in this situation between you and him. The energy is going to shift. I feel that you are both in different places at this time. You are more in a ready, active state than he is. And so with this imbalance of energies, there must be a shift. And so that's why this Tower card is coming up, and this Death card in reverse. So there will be an ending to the dynamics of your relationship as you know it. I'm not saying that this is going to be like a complete end to your relationship. It's just an end to the way things have been. So we have the Five of Pentacles. I don't feel that you're going to feel that this is worth doing at this time. I know that you will feel all these like passionate and love and satisfied and all those good feelings too, but I feel like it's just you're going to realize that give me one moment, sorry. What's going to come to an end is this giving to two situations and this third party situation. So things are going to change in this situation and in your life too, Kavitha. This Three of Pentacles represents partnership and threes. I'm seeing this as you, this Capricorn man, and then your other situation. And then for his, how this represents him, it would be you, him, and his other situation. So one of these and then the Five of Pentacles is, it speaks of someone being left out. So someone in the situation is going to be kicked out of the situation. And I have a feeling it is your Capricorn man, but I'm having a feeling that it's temporary. Let me just take a quick look here and use these cards. I'm going to double check here. The outcome. Maybe the outcome for this spread. Okay. We have instincts. For the clarity this week. Oh. Okay. And recovery. So what I'm seeing, what I'm seeing for this Kavitha is that this situation is going to, the dynamics are just going to shift. I don't think it's, I know we have Death in reverse and the Tower here, but it's not going to be as dramatic as it is looking. It's seeming more like just things are going to change. So if that means that there's a period of separation between you and this man, or something like that, it feels like there is going to be a period of separation, and in this time separately you both will be reassessing what you want. I'm advising you to use your instincts in this situation. That's what they're saying. Pray about this. Your angels are listening to you. If you're looking for guidance anytime you want, they want you to ask them, and they will answer you. Just look for answers. And we have recovery too. The key, this is the key to your recovery, is this situation. It may seem like things are unraveling in a less than satisfying way, but it really is all meant to build up the next phase of your life. Yeah, there's just going to need to be a little bit of a shift in the energies here, but I do see that like it will be a very loving time together. It's just when you guys separate, that is when the lesser energies are going to come out to play. And yeah, so we'll do another reading when everything has gone down. Please let me know how it goes, and if you felt that this reading is accurate for your situation. I hope everything goes really well for you. Safe travels. Keep praying. And I hope you have a wonderful time. And yes, please let me know how it goes after you come back, and we will do another updated reading for you. And I wish you nothing but the best, Kavitha. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon.